I'm Carol Olivia Haran, and I'm a descendant of Robert and Mary Lumpkins, the Lumpkins of Lumpkins Jail. If you couldn't break a slave, you sent them to Lumpkins Jail, and by the time this man gets finished with them, this awful, nasty slave owner gets finished with them, their spirit is broken. The thought that that could be my great-great-grandfather is heartbreak, total heartbreak.
My name is B. Studwell, and I'm an artist. I want to do a lot of things with art, but the main legacy that I would like to leave behind is one of joy. Putting Black queer joy at the center of the story. Of course we're dynamic, of course we're vulnerable, we hurt, we are complex, but joy is really what I want to see and what I miss from so many stories that are told now.
Yes. My name is Zaya. I'm 9 and I'm from DC, and my talent is rapping and watch the news and see outside and see police everywhere, and on the news you see just sad stuff about people the killings and the racism and stuff, so it's really just sad. Government causing rumors, confusion, and spreading lies. These are real times. That's some thoughts that's on my mind. Trying to reach the people, so I put it in rhymes.
I didn't choose the movement chose me. I actually had an uncle during the civil rights time, and I was a little girl, and he drove to North Carolina, drove to DC with a pickup truck, and he had a Black woman hanging from a cross. And I didn't understand, wow, why do my uncle have a Black woman hanging from a cross on the back of his truck? And my mother explained to me that the Black women and the Black people were being crucified at this time, and it was symbolic.
I am Melissa Princess Best, the heel assist, hip hop mama Princess Best. My whole life has been about looking into the lives of Black women and girls, and looking into how do we tick, what makes mother-daughters tick, and that one line is the line that shifts you. That one line is the line that when somebody interviews you and say, so what happened? What happened with you? And they be like, you know what? I was in the house one day and I was listening to the Helix's Hip Hop Mama, and she said, and it's that one line. And that lets you know, and so the Helix's came from being, so it's got a double or triple entendre. So it's healing lyricist, right? So I heal through the lyrics, heal assist, so healing a sister, and because I speak to women's wellness, which has to deal with the womb, it's heal assist, CYST, because so many women, particularly Black women and girls, had so many issues within the womb. My greatest goal as a mother is to raise children who do not have to recover from their childhood.
I'm Samaria. I'm the farm director here at the farm at Kelly Miller, and I work for Dreaming Out Loud. CSA stands for Community Supported Agriculture. So traditionally it's a way for farmers to get money up front to pay for all of their seeds and supplies so that they can plant things, and then the community is basically buying in and buying a share of the produce that they grow, with the knowledge that however it goes, whether well or not, that they've invested in it and they're going to get, reap the harvest of whatever the farmer grows. Scary at first. I had never started a farm. I got to the Ark and there was something already there. And so, yeah, it was just, I came here and it was just a field. of dirt. It was a field of dirt that you could barely walk across. Like walking to the back of it, you would just like sink into it because of whatever they did before. There was nothing in the ground, and so it was building this place by hand, no machinery or anything, but just like digging trenches and building beds that first year, and then just like figuring out how, what could grow here. This is like one of the last spaces in the city that hasn't been gentrified, and so it's it's next, and so that is a worry of we're here to help and serve and be a space for the community that is here, and so it is a worry that when that changes, or if that changes, that like what will this place become, but I have seen so many people here this year that have benefited from this space, that I really hope that we can just like keep it a community space and that can be respected. But gentrification is hard, the things that you love can be gone in an instant. It's just our like legacy. Like that's what I've come to recognize in myself. Like we have this, or have had this like negative idea of what farming is, I think because of slavery and all of the traumas that we've experienced. But I like to think, beyond that and before that, to like what our people did and what they were good at, and what they've been doing forever, and that it's just in us. It's just like it's in our DNA, it's in our bones, and like we can't escape it. I never in a million years did I think I would be a farmer, but like life has led me to this point, and I couldn't be any other way. And I think it's healing. I think a lot of Black women are looking for healing right now from the traumas that we faced and the traumas that our ancestors have faced. And that this is a great way to work through that. And it's empowering. And we're, if we are mothers, or if we're aunts or sisters or nurturers, like we understand how important it is to have food and to have access to food and to share that with the people that we love.
Swap DC is a Washington, D.C. based company that encourages recycling, reducing, and reusing, and to sort of change the narrative of what recycling looks like in the Black and Brown community. I will say is like the beginning. People love clothes, and so for me, I was like, how do I change people's mindset that you don't have to buy, you don't have to always like go and use your money on something that you can get and swap with other people for free. So it kind of started like really simple. It was like, oh, I shouldn't have to go buy another black dress. I can swap with my friends, that sort of thing. And then it grew into, oh, I don't need to really think about my clothes in general. I can just wait for the next swap. It shows up when I go in neighborhoods and I see in some neighborhoods, like in Congress Heights, we have a bookstore that we created, and the books, are still traveling and going through there. It shows up when we have people like Miss Flint, who is a little black girl, preaching on CNN about, the water that we should have. So it's showing up a lot more now. I think it's sort of become like a wave, the sustainable wave, but I hope that it catches. I hope that it continues. I hope that it lasts long after this apocalypse that we're going through. I hope that it flourishes into the world that will be for a better world for everybody, that sort of thing. I think we need to just start seeing a new world. It's like we know that this new world can come. We've seen that the indigenous people were able to honor the land, and how that really helped the people that came here to conquer the land. gave us abundance. And so if we take care of the land, it'll help the generations to come. So if we want a better world, we have to take care of the planet that we live on.